Hey, 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 Cedar's the name. Speedpaint is not a game, it's speedpaint, but it's still the topic. So this is going to be part 2 of the Cats character designs speedpaint group. Yeah, so in the last video I did Atlas, the main character, Nameless, another main character, Cronus, the villain, Nestra, his mate, and Dyad, who started off the friend group. This video I'm going to be finishing out the friend group and including another character who is very important to the story. And yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so I started off this with Gilder. He's kind of the self-proclaimed leader of the friend group, but he really isn't. He's vain, and not nearly as vain as Cronus is, but still pretty vain. He thinks very highly of himself, but he really isn't all that. I chose the name Gilder because, well, he's always kind of had more gold-colored markings, and I thought it was just fun to do that. Yeah. He was originally a tabby, but then I was like, I've got enough tabbies, and I just wasn't feeling the vibe. You'll see in a second that I did attempt a tabby pattern, but it wasn't working too great with, I don't know if it was his color or just the rest of him, but it wasn't going. I made him a bat-winged cat. He used to be a bird-winged cat, but then I was just like, why not? Why not make him a bat-winged cat? I could use more of them. Like, most of my characters here are bird-winged cats, so I need to make more of them into bat-winged cats because I just do. Like, I literally only had Dyad this whole time, who was a bat-winged cat. She's been bat-winged since the beginning, but I needed more. I needed a more, diverse set of characters. Anyways, so then I started playing with his markings, and I thought about taking inspiration from the Japanese art of kintsugi, which is where you take broken pottery pieces and repair it with gold. Or at least repair them and then line the repairs with gold. Just to, make it look like it is still a repaired piece of pottery. It's not perfect. Shit happens. Although, it's not symbolic of anything for him. I just thought it looked cool. And it was a better alternative to tabby stripes. But yeah, I think the execution that I did here, I think, was pretty good. Yeah, I think that's kind of all I can say about him. I don't know. I kind of like him I like him as a character more now than I did in the past. He was like a hate character in the past. Yeah. You love to hate him, but now I love to love him. I really liked how his design turned out. I think it was really cool. And next up, I did one of the two brothers. So in this friend group, there are two brothers who are, well, brothers, part of the same friend group. Wordsmithing, yeah. Well, one of them likes to swim, the other one likes to fly, and they're both very competitive with each other, and with others, but mostly with each other. So they have, like, races all the time. So this one's Crest. Crest is the swimmer. He can swim so freaking fast. And his brother loves flying. His brother is a faster flyer than he is. And so they'll race. He's swimming, his brother is flying. And they've got like a pretty even score between the two of them right now. Yeah. Design motifs for him, I guess I went with kind of a surfer guy look, like with that note I just wrote, where he's always kind of greasy and gritty because of the salt water that he swims in, and like the little curl in his hair is also from that. You get his little cheek fluff. Just, a surfer guy look. I was kind of struggling with his colors because I wanted him to resemble water and kind of look like he might blend into water. So that's why I went with a pretty solid dark gray with a blue undertone, and then these wiggly stripes down his back. I thought those colors worked with him. And then his eye markings, just simple little ripples like his back markings are. Yeah. Eye color a light blue, I thought it looked nice. Thought it matched with the rest of the color palette of the design. Also, he's missing an arm. That was intentional. Or arm, leg. Is it a leg? It's a leg because he's a cat. Anyways, his brother, Gale, he is the flyer of the family. Yeah, he's got slightly bigger wings, but he doesn't have the massive wings like that genetic mutation is. His fur also was affected by all of his flying. Like, some of it's sleeked back, some of it is fluffy, like around his neck particularly is fluffy because of how much wind, blows against it, but then other stuff is sleeked back, like I just said. I also thought it just gave him a more interesting design and a little more interesting of a silhouette. Yeah, not much more to say about him. I've already said the piece about them being competitive as brothers, and how Gale is a very fast flyer. Man, I'm really racking my brain for what more I can talk about. The colors. The colors might be a good thing to talk about. Whereas Crest is supposed to blend into the water, Gale is supposed to blend into the clouds. So I gave him a lighter gray. He doesn't necessarily blend in perfectly, but with the lighter gray and the dark gray, I think it kind of represents shadows and highlights within clouds. I think it looked nice. Maybe not the best, like, coherent design, but I still think, like, it looks decent. It looks pretty. It's unique compared to the rest of them. Anyways, next up, I forget the order that I did these in. Who is this? This is Sorrel. Sorrel is also a bird-winged cat. She is a rather large cat. She's not like full Maine Coon like Atlas is, but she's probably got a percentage of Maine Coon in her, but she's also just kind of a big gal, like Nestra is. For her, I went a little bit on the lion vibe, just for funsies. Don't know why, I just gave her a lot of face fluff, and then I was like, ooh, lion. So she's very fluffy, and strong, and yeah. Her thing, I guess, is kind of medicinal. Like, she knows plants and stuff. Same with her girlfriend that you'll see in a second. But, like, they're both kind of medicinal cats, I guess. Like, kind of in the Warriors vein, where, like, there's medicine cats, but not really entirely in the Warriors vein because this isn't her only job. Also, she's kind of a teenager in this context, so it would be like, I guess, I don't know how more to explain it. Just somebody who's really interested in plants. That's what she is. Yeah, again, super lion-y vibes with her. She's very nice. She may look huge, but she's a very nice cat. Very warm and welcoming to everybody that she meets. Unless they suck as a cat, then she doesn't like them. Yeah, I liked what I did with her. I think it was simple, but it was also, like, kind of pretty. And at least made sense with her personality in my mind. Which I did not do a very good job talking about, but hey, what can you do? Then, now you get to see, this is Fern. This is Sorrel's girlfriend. Yes, they are a thing before the comic starts, so I don't feel bad about spoiling that. She is another bat-winged cat. I think she was the second one to be part of the friend group, just because I thought Dyad shouldn't be alone, so then I was like, you know what, Fern gets to be a bat-winged cat too. And all of these names, I think the only name that is stuck since the beginning has been Sorrel's name. And even then, I think my very first iteration of that character was not named Sorrel. But anyways, Fern. Pronouns are not she, thy, they're she, they. I thought about doing, like, another plant-themed sort of a cat. And I would, again, I can't really make them green because green is not a very pretty color. I was gonna go with an orange tabby, but, like, orange just doesn't fit the whole fern thing. So I went instead with a pseudo-melanistic cat with the melanism marks looking like plants, although, you know, that you look at it from zoomed out and it kind of looks like centipedes, which was not intentional, but it's fine. It's fine. They're supposed to be ferns, but it looks more centipede-like. She was a very fast design, by the way. She was like 40 minutes. Everybody else took like an hour. I liked it. It's not the best, but I still like it as a design. Here is the absolute fastest one. I think it was because I got really tired of the line art and just like actually scribbled it together. This is Comet. This is Cloud's father. And yeah, I don't know what more to say about him. He is kind of the leader of the little social group of cats. Not the friend group, but like the clan, I guess, if we're speaking in warrior cats terms. Yeah, he's a pretty skinny and tall guy. Some long hair around his face, but mostly just short hair all around. Being named Comet, I gave him kind of a comet-like marking on his back and wings because I wanted something simple, but not like too simple. Anyways, I liked his design too. I thought he was cool. I like this character a lot. Yeah, I think that's all I gotta say. Bye-bye.